He's already helped some of you guys get to that 10K, get that freedom, digital nomad lifestyle. And so, yeah, here we go by popular demand. Another mini workshop going to cover, all the tips, tricks to get that remote money, baby. Marcus, where are you at right now?
Absolutely, man. Yeah, I'm excited to be on here again with you. Looks nice where you are. Um,
Yep.
so I'm in Germany right now, visiting my mom, my parents. And Carmina's also gonna come to Germany. She's still in Mexico. So yeah, and we'll be traveling a little bit of Europe, and then probably to Colombia. You're in the US, right?
Yes, yes. Hold on. Uh, Getting the screens up here. Yes, I'm in here and my visiting my folks as well. At the cabin here. So we got the Puget Sound, we got nature and
Wow,
everything, and so yeah,
beautiful,
awesome,
beautiful, man.
awesome. And so yeah, so Marcus is so I was like, yo, man, put together a presentation that breaks it down for everyone. Like, what are the tips, tricks, strategies? How do you get started in remote closing? Kind of all the basics. And so I'm getting like people that are asking me on Instagram and YouTube, like, what is this thing that Mark is doing? What's involved? Is it for me? Like, what are the steps? How can I get to learn more about something? So happy to bring Marcus on and give this little workshop slash presentation. And so yeah, I'll let him take it away.
Absolutely, man. So yeah, I had my awesome team put this together for us to go through it, to just bring you guys a little bit more clarity on what exactly it is, what is high ticket closing, what is remote closing, or sales, or however you want to call it. So yeah, if you guys are ready for it, we can just jump right in.
Let's do it.
Basically, first a quick background here on myself. So how did it all start with me? How I did get into this entire game and in the industry. So funny enough, it
Yeah,
actually all started with you, Riley, right?
let's go.
I was following you, on YouTube a couple of years back. I think this was like 2015 or something like that, or around that, roughly, I think. Um, and I was really dreaming about the life that you had. You were traveling. I think you were in Chiang Mai at that time, doing your thing, Amazon FBA, and all of this. And then I just started educating myself, learning from you about Amazon as well. And I tried all these different business models like trading, drop shipping, Amazon FBA. I did print on demand actually after we met up and at the Nomad Summit. I met some
Hmm.
folks there who were crushing it with merch by Amazon. So I get into that as well. Um, and then I had this one situation. So all of these businesses, it was like these business models. They were not really super bad, but they were also not you know as good as I wanted them to be.
Hmm.
I was making a little bit of money, but it was not really what I wanted. It was not enough to replace like full-time income. Okay, a
Yep.
couple of bucks, $500 here, $500 there. And then I really had an issue with one of my Amazon FBA products where there was a patent thing,
Oh
because I
yeah.
did Amazon FBA in Germany. And then there was a Dutch guy who said, "Hey, I have a patent on this product." And then Amazon just, bam, they shut down my listing.
Yep.
I was like, oh my God. Okay. So I
Yep.
was sitting on all of this inventory. I had to get a lawyer to help me out and all of this stuff. And I was like, okay, this is not what I want to do. And then I realized a mentor back then, he said, "Marcus, like, no wonder that you failing with all of these businesses. Yeah, you literally have like zero business skills. Like, what are you doing? Okay, why don't you start with like the most fundamental business skill that is out there, which is basically sales, communication, or closing, however you want to call it."
Hmm.
And that's when it really clicked for me, and I really started to nerd out on what exactly it is, what is sales, how does it work, etc., etc. And yeah, basically, then why closing? So it is a high income skill. So what that means, it allows you to have a six-figure income, to make a high income, and also everything is really dependent on yourself. Okay, so what do I mean with that? If you do something like Amazon FBA or drop shipping, or even trading, you're always dependent on, with Amazon, Chinese suppliers. Okay, supply chains. There's a problem at some stage where you will have with scaling because of cash flow, right? You're reinvesting a lot of the money. There's a lot of overhead, right?
Yeah.
with drop shipping, Facebook ads. Dude, if Facebook shuts down your ad account, you pretty much you're down on traffic, right? That's it. Same with Amazon. If they shut down the listing like they did with me, that's it. You have to kind of start over again, right? With trading, I have so many people that are aware in trading before the market crashed now recently, and they're like,
Yep.
you know, I fucked it up, literally. Now, so there's always something external that you're dependent on. And with closing, what we do, if you cannot land a position as a closer, if you cannot make it work as a closer, guess what? It's on you. It's because you haven't developed the skill enough to close someone on working with you. Okay, to close a business owner, a coach, a consultant on working with you, right? We're gonna get into that here in a second, but when you learn a high income skill, like something like closing, remote closing, high ticket closing, sales, success is really in your own hands, no matter the external circumstances, right? And that's really what I love about it, and why I prefer closing and sales over anything else that's out there, right? Yeah, then here the biggest benefit really of sales or of closing, because a lot of people also have a bad relationship to sales and closing. They're like, oh, I don't want to become a salesperson or something like
Yep.
this, because society has just conditioned us to think so negatively about people who are in sales, right? But if you think
Yeah.
about it, you know, sales is basically just communication,
Exactly. Yeah.
I mean, you have like business to business and you have business to consumer sales, but at the end of the day, it's human to human, right? It's
Yep.
just communication,
It's good
and
communication. Yep.
it's a basic skill, dude. Like we use that every day. Okay,
Hmm.
you have to sell yourself constantly to your friends, to your parents, in your job if you're working regular job, right? Um, Consciously or subconsciously, that happens all the time. If you go to the movies with your friends and they want to see a movie that you don't want to see, and you arguing with them why you don't want to go there and you want to go into the other one, that's like you doing sales without noticing it, right? You're selling them
Yep.
on the idea.
Yep.
And then also, nothing happens in life until a sale is made. For example, Riley, your subscribers, right, or if you're watching this right now, you wouldn't be able to watch this or us here right now if no one would have sold you the computer or the internet connection that you have right now, or the mobile, the SIM card, or whatever you're using to watch the stream. You wouldn't be here right now if no one would have sold you on this, right? So that's kind of why I think sales is really like the best thing you can do.
Yeah. Life's all about good communication.
Absolutely. And no one, you learn that once and no one can take it away from you. No one can shut you
Hmm.
down like Amazon or Facebook or something like that,
Yep. Yeah. Exactly. And
even in
and
the
no
future,
no
man.
overhead. The thing that I've always been like telling guys is like it's no overhead at all. Like I love that so much.
Yeah. I'm going to get into that right now
Yep.
in a second, into the overhead thing. But even if you think about, like, it's super recession proof, because at the end of the day, like, you are the rainmaker, right? You in the company, if you're doing sales, like, you are the last person who needs to leave the ship, so to speak. So it's very recession proof if you're good at it. And even if for whatever reason the internet would go away, you could still go out there in the real life and do your thing, right? Even in the metaverse, there are going to be some
Yeah.
type of closers.
Yep.
Maybe it will be an avatar, and it will not be a Zoom call or a phone
Yeah.
call, right?
100%.
So what is remote closing? So basically, you're taking inbound sales calls for online business owners who don't have the time to talk to these people who are interested in working with them. So think about any coaches, any service providers, agencies, consultants, any company or any influencer, even sometimes, who have like a higher ticket offer. Yeah, this is not cold calling. It's not like you're going door to door or just dialing the phones like crazy.
Yeah. No.
The people that you usually talk to, they already have an interest in working with you. Okay, so the company does their marketing efforts and will generate interest of people that are interested in whatever the offer is, and the closer is just representing the company on the phone and talking to these people, asking them some questions, making sure it's the right thing for them, because it's all high ticket that we're doing, right? So oftentimes people have a few questions, or I would just want to make sure it's the right thing for them. And if it is, you close the deal, you receive the payment on the call, and you make a commission out of it. Now you can make anywhere between $3,000 to $50,000 a month in commission without any overhead, like you said before. You don't need to have a warehouse, no inventory, no advertisement, no marketing. You don't need a team, nothing. You need a Skype subscription or a Zoom subscription.
Yeah, no funnel.
And that's it, right? That's it. That's pretty much it. Yeah, qualifications of a closer. So what do you need to bring to like for who is this the right thing, or for whom that might not be the right thing? So I always say to everyone who thinks about this, like, you want to be super authentic as a person. Okay, that should, like, if that comes easy to you, awesome. Okay, big plus. You want to be a good listener compared to what a lot of people think. You need to be a good talker and you need to talk people into something. No, you need to listen more than you speak, right? I always say there's a reason why God gave us 2 ears and 1 mouth, to just listen. What is their situation, right? Instead of just talking and shuffling them down a product down the throat that they might not even need, right? You need to care about people. Okay, the slimy, pushy sales stuff from the 80s, that shit doesn't work anymore nowadays.
Yeah, people can see through that shit now.
Absolutely. So the Wolf of Wall Street kind of thing, that's in the past. And you need to be willing to generate active income. So you should not be afraid of putting in the work. If you're someone who just wants to create like passive income, that ain't for you. Okay, you need to be hungry for this, right? And I will get into this in a second on the passive income and active income stuff. So what do you not need to have or bring? Okay, you do not need to start your own business. Okay, I mean, you're a freelancer at the end of the day, but you don't need a business with employees and all of that inventory and all of this. You don't need to rent a place or anything like that. You don't need to have your own product, because again, remember, you're basically closing for other people's products. You don't need to do your own marketing. The marketing is already done from the company that or the partner that you're going to be closing with. And you also do not need to find your own leads, or you don't need to do any cold calling. So you don't need to do any outbound stuff. Everything that we do is inbound. So people coming to you, they want to know more about the offer, about the service.
Yeah, no advertising spend, no funnels, copywriting, or email drips need to set up.
Right. That's basically what the company does, right? So the company invests into these things, and you just bringing in the last part of the sale, so to speak. So yeah. So who do you work for? That's a question I get always, like, what do you sell? Who do you work for? Right. So again, you don't need to have your own product or service. And basically you work with online business owners who already have a following, they already have an email list, they already do marketing, and they have a higher ticket product or service. So like a premium priced offer or service. Okay, it could be a coach, influencer, consultant, or any online business, ideally with a premium price. And sometimes you also find posts like this. I just put a screenshot in here in some Facebook groups where there are people looking for phone closers, so that you get an idea here. For example, on the left, wanted phone sales 90% done for you. It's a $3,800 deal, and they're doing specifically here Facebook ad management for e-commerce stores. Okay, just to get an idea. $500 per sale, and the closing average is 60%. They get pre-qualified and all of this. So that's kind of what you're looking at. Okay.
Yeah, that's the best thing, is like they already have their super good funnels and videos that everyone has already watched, and they've likely already seen their ads for a long time. And then so when they book a call, it means they pretty much already want to sign up. And so like they already know all the questions. You're just answering their final questions or concerns.
Absolutely. And of course, you're also kind of a gatekeeper, Riley. So if you feel that person who's interested that you're talking to is not the right fit, or you cannot help them, then hell, like, don't get them signed up, like, don't get them on board. It's going to backfire, right? So you have responsibilities there as well, of course. So what kinds of offers can you close? So there are lots of different things online. like I said earlier, you have B2B, like starting with the very high level, you have B2B, which is business to business for anyone who doesn't know. So basically you closing for a business who is offering a product or service to another business. Okay.
Yep.
You could do business to consumer, which is a business that is offering something to the end consumer. That could be a mentoring program, for example. Okay. And I also put here a Forbes article or a part of it on here because Forbes, I think this was in 2018 when they predicted that. So pre-COVID or pre-health crisis, they predicted the e-learning market to grow to a $325 billion dollar market by 2025. This was pre-health
Wow.
crisis, right? So right now, it's it's probably going to be bigger than that by
Yeah.
2020.
Yeah. Online
Yeah.
courses. Yeah. It's the future. Love them.
Yeah.
And so, yeah, lots of online courses, like they need a sales team, to field those calls. Online education,
Absolutely.
we can all see it even in the mainstream. People are starting to question college, even in the mainstream, the price of it. So all these alternative online schools, courses, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah. And then you have these three mega niches, how I like to call them: health, wealth, relationships. Why did I put them here? It's very simple. With these three industries, if you're closer in one of these industries, there will always be people who want to become more healthier. Okay, whether that's mental health or physical health. Think about fitness coaches, mindfulness coaches, meditation programs or whatever. Okay, wealth. Okay, business basically. There are always going to be people who want to do better in their finances. Okay, think about investment help or investment coachings or how to make money online coachings. Okay, and then you have relationships. There are always going to be people who want to improve their relationships. Think about dating, dating mentors, dating advice, or how to build a social circle. Okay, how to network, stuff like that. So you will never run out of quote unquote leads in these industries, and there are hundreds and thousands of sub niches
Yep.
below that you could go in. Right. Then you have stuff like software, booming. It's booming right now. Software. Okay.
Mm.
Coaching offers. I mean, we just talked about. You have tech solutions, crypto education, right? Crypto as well. It's not going to go anywhere in the next 10 years. This market is huge, right? Or just marketing service, whatever that might be. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So this is what you can, or what we suggest you to look at when it comes to like high ticket closing, remote closing, on what types of offers.
Yep.
Then here I put together like an example. How do you get paid? Like, what's the potential here? That's a question I also get a lot. How much money can you make and how does it work? So let's go through an example here. Let's assume you're a beginner, okay? You just learned closing. You get into the industry and you work with a coach who has, let's say, a $2,000 package. And as a beginner, you make a small 10% commission on each sale. Okay, so that means you will earn $200 for every single sale. All right, so if you make 10% of a $2,000 offer, that's the $200. That's where that is coming from. So let's assume you talk to 5 prospects a day. Okay, so you take 5 inbound calls a day, and each of these calls is like a 30-minute conversation, so relatively short as well. And you close 1 out of 5 from these calls. Okay, that means you're making on a daily basis $200. That's kind of the potential that you look at from like the lower end,
Mm-hmm.
the minimum, so to
Yeah.
speak.
5 calls and then only 20% close. Yeah.
Exactly. You close 20%, have 5 calls, so that's 1 out of 5. And if you get a 10% commission, you make $200 if you're on a $2,000 offer. Okay.
Today times 20, 4K a month. You do 200.
Yeah, we're gonna get to
Yeah,
that
5 days
here.
a week.
So then now let's assume, Riley, that you want to take it easy, okay? Like the two of us, we like to take it easy,
4 days. Yeah, yeah. I like the 4-day work weeks. I do. I do.
Exactly, exactly. So you work like 4 days a week, and then the rest you take off. You spend time with your family at the lake, right? Or you go to Germany to visit your parents, whatever you want to
Mm-hmm.
do. Okay, you go hiking, whatever. So that still means if you close only on 4 days and you make $200 a day, that's like $800 that you make weekly. Okay, so on a monthly basis, meaning $800 times 4, as a beginner, you're looking at $3,200 monthly for just helping people to make a decision, talk to them, answer a couple of questions. And there's really not a lot of work that you need to do there, right?
You can do it with your pajama pants on.
In your boxers, from your bed. It happens.
Yep.
And for most people, these 3,200, that's already more than they do in their 9-to-5 job, depending on the country you're living in, right? But if you have like a lower 9-to-5 job, you're out of the system already. You can leave the hamster wheel.
Yeah.
Right.
And especially if you want to go to Mexico or Thailand, then then you're living just fine.
Absolutely. So now I put another example here for a more experienced closer, because the cool thing is the more you learn, the more you earn, and you already will start earning money as you get better, right? The more you do it, the better you're going to get at the skill, right? So let's say you have more experience now after a couple of months, and you're not closing a $2,000 offer anymore, but a $5,000 or even a $10,000 offer, so a higher ticket deal. Okay, and now instead of 10% commission, you actually get 15% commission. So again, you level up, right? So with that, you make on a $5,000 offer with 15%, you make $750 per close. Yeah, if it's a 10K offer on 15%, you make $1,500 per close, one close.
Yep.
Right. So you're dramatically increasing your income as you get better. And as you develop more as a person, your skill is directly related to the income that you can make.
Yep.
Now with practice and experience, you now got better, right? And now you even improved your closing rate further from 20% to, let's say, 25%. So that means you basically close 1 out of 4 calls. Yeah. Remember, first we said you close 20% of the people that you talk to. Now let's say you close 25%, 1 out of 4, and not 1 out of 5. And also now you say, okay, this is going super well, and I like that. I develop a passion for that. I want to go full in, and I want to treat closing now as a career, and really double down on this. Okay. So instead of you doing 5 calls, say, let me do 8 calls per day. Right. So that's 2 sales calls per day that will make you up to $3,000 in profit per week. Not per day. Per week. Not per week, per day.
Yeah,
right? Yeah. $750 times
3K
2
per day.
Exactly.
Yeah. That's 10K program.
That's $1,500 per day or $3,000 per day that you're then looking at. Okay, just to get you an idea. If you do that full time and you're not working 4 days, like we said earlier, but now you're actually working 5 days a week, again, because you're treating it like a career, and you closing 2 sales per day, you make $15,000 per week in commissions. If you're going full into this, if you're on the right offer with the right company.
Yep. Yeah.
Okay. So per month, you're looking at $48K.
Yep.
Per month. Okay. This is what this is what other business owners do. Yep. Okay. You're not running a business, like you're not running like a big corporation or something like that. You don't have any overhead, nothing. Okay. You can go ahead and calculate that per year as well. Right.
And 8 calls per day, like if you come background of corporate sales or any sort of company sales, 8 calls per day is nothing. Like I was doing cold calling, and like I did some phone, but mostly door to door, corporate, and like 8 calls is nothing if anyone coming from a corporate background. Yeah.
Absolutely.
And these are not cold calling; these are pre-scheduled on your calendar.
They come to you. They want to talk to you. Okay. And if you now think, oh my God, I don't know, that sounds like so much work, Marcus, just assume you would do half of the work. Okay. So let's say you make 7.5K in 4 weeks. Okay.
Yeah.
So
I would be like, bye job. Okay.
Exactly. Like it's the fastest way out. Okay. And you can build up to these numbers. Okay. Over the years.
Yeah.
Right. I'm not saying you do that out of the get-go. This is after years, but you're getting paid as you get better.
That's it.
Then here again, this is not passive income. Okay. I just want to be super clear here. This is not like for the lazy guys out there, so to speak.
Yep.
This is active income. Okay. So in terms of time, you're looking at around 7 to 10 hours per week at the beginning, to really get good at it. So we help people to get to 10K per month within 90 days. Yeah, we have like a roadmap, a blueprint to follow there. And what I see over and over again, and I hear people so often on the calls that I talk to interested in working with me, with us, is they're in a job and then they tell me, well, I invest into cryptocurrency, blah 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 blah, okay, or I have investments in the stock market, but they're still working in a job, and they're making like, I don't know, like 5K per month or 6K per month, and the little money that they manage to save, like the 100, 200 bucks at the end of the month, they think it's smart to invest that money. And again, nothing wrong with this, okay? But there are basically 3 skills that I learned back then when it really clicked that are needed to become successful. And the very first one is you need to learn how to make money, okay? You need to increase your earning ability as fast as possible by investing that money into yourself, into learning a skill or getting skill for it, anything, so you can get your income up as fast as possible. Okay, and then the second thing, Riley, is how to keep your money. Okay, we both probably know people who got super wealthy and then they drop down again, and they get super wealthy again, and then they lose it all again. So they don't have a system on how to keep the money. And the last thing, then once you are able to put aside like 10, 20, 30K per month, then you can think about, okay, where do I put all that money?
Yep.
Right. And so many people, they start at the third thing. So that's why I put here, do not start there. Right. So they get it completely wrong. Yeah. Invest the money into yourself, into your knowledge. It's the best, highest.
That's that's what the richest people say. It's always way better to invest in your business than like a stock market or a crypto. Like that, okay, savings, retirement account, okay, whatever. But like the highest ROI is always a business. / yourself.
And then, what did Jay-Z say? Do you remember that, Riley? The famous quote from Jay-Z.
What, more money, more problems? Oh, about investing in like art or something like that?
He was like, I'm not the businessman. I'm a businessman, right? So
businessman,
you are the business, right? So invest into yourself. And when you learn a high income skill, the beauty is the more personal development you do, or Biggie. Someone said that's Biggie. Was it Biggie? I think it was Jay-Z. Anyways.
Yeah, more money, more problems. I think that was that was Biggie.
Oh yeah, that could be.
But actually, everything has its pros and cons. Okay, you make more money. Okay, but actually, most of the time, less problems, more money. Biggie. Okay, yeah, sorry.
Here's the way I look at it, man. With the more money, more problems. So when you don't have money, you have problems. When you have money, you also have problems, but you will not have the problems that you can fix with money. You will then only keep the problems that money cannot fix.
Yeah,
right.
You're gonna fix a lot of fucking problems with money. That's for sure.
Absolutely.
I think you all agree on that. Anyway.
Let's move on. So here, I have a couple of success stories I can quickly share with you here of clients that we work with. Let's start with Jared, who's actually one of your subscribers.
Fuck yeah, good shit, Jared.
So Jared, absolutely crushing it. So he now makes consistently around 30K per month as a closer. He is living life in Miami. With him, it was like when he joined the program, it was like, oh, Markus, I already did a little bit of sales and I don't know, but I want to level up. So he already had a little bit of sales experience, but that's absolutely not necessary. Okay, sometimes it's even how can I put that? There are some things that we need to unlearn that you might develop from the get-go that are not really serving you. So it could be more work if you already have sales experience. But that's Jared from the US. Awesome guy. If you want to watch the full interview, you can just search me on YouTube, Markus Dunk, and then you're going to find his interview there. And then on the right side here, we have Nikita. So Nikita is from South Africa. She was a high school teacher before. She started working with me, and now she's doing around 10K per month consistently from South Africa, which there, the average income, I don't know, you can Google that, but she absolutely turned around her life.
Fuck yeah.
Then we have, so I also picked different countries here, so you guys see that it's not just for, like it doesn't matter where you're from, no excuses. We have Juan Pablo here from Mexico, and dude, this Mexican kid, he did Amazon FBA before, was struggling for 4 years, didn't give up, but he was still not breaking through with that. He joined with us in the mentoring program. He was very concerned about speaking with an accent. I told him, dude, it's an asset.
No, who cares?
No, it's an asset, dude. He's closing in Spanish.
Oh, nice.
He's closing in Spanish, and he's making he's close to 10K, like 9,680 or something like that was when we had the interview where he was at, and he's doing that from Mexico. It's doable, right? Even if if English is not your first 100%. Language. And then we have Maya. So Maya here on the right. She's originally from Lebanon, but she lives in Dubai. And she actually started the program while she was, I think, in a 2nd or 3rd month pregnant. And she didn't know at that time already.
Oh, shit.
Okay. So very shortly after, she figured out, okay, she's pregnant. Then she really had to, she had to make it work for the baby and whatnot. So she had very good reasons why, was doubling down. And I think within 3 months, she left her job at a pharmaceutical company. And now her baby is there already. She is just working 3 to 4 days a week for 2 hours, and is making around 7K per month. Consistent.
Awesome.
So, what's your excuse, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Then I have here the importance of course, one-on-one mentoring. And I believe there are 3 ingredients to success. So if you're right now watching this and you still haven't been able to break through with whatever that might be, and I'm not talking just closing, it could be whatever, anything that you're on right now, but you're building your agency or you're doing Facebook ads or whatever that might be that you're doing. These 3 things I figured out are necessary for anyone whenever you want to be successful. Okay, you need a blueprint. You need someone who already has done what you want to do. And you need access to them personally. It's not just enough to watch a video. That's going to be like a cookie cutter approach. There will be challenges along the way where you need to talk to someone, right? So also you need to have someone who can give you feedback on actually your progress. What are you making? The actions that you're taking. Now there needs to be accountability. Without accountability, there's no results.
Yeah.
Because we just always come up with the best excuses, on why we not seem to have to do the things that we know we have to do. And accountability takes care of that. And then with this specific, with when you learn a skill, the community and having people that you can practice one-on-one practice calls with to get good, different personality types. So you become like a well-rounded communicator. That's really a must. Otherwise, it's going to be super difficult just learning that on your own, right? That's pretty much it. That's what I gather here for you guys. If you want to learn more, or if you want to get access to the presentation or something like that, you can just hit me up on Instagram. It's the Markus Dunk, right? There's no underscore or anything like that. No double letters. We had a lot of people that are impersonating me recently. So it's
congratulations on that, because once you get some success, then you get the impersonators.
Yeah,
that's nice. Awesome. So so this so you have like so they can get access to this slide. So I'll put like a link in the video description, or just hit them up. And then okay, so obviously, so what is those Zoom calls like? Is it like a weekly thing, monthly, and then kind of like is there one-on-one stuff, or kind of like for people? And I'm curious too, like what does it kind of look like?
Yeah, so we have one general group mastermind call where we just discuss different questions that members have. It's always small groups. I always stay on until every question is answered, and then we have another call per week. So 2 calls per week right now, and then the second call is the training call. So we practicing objection handling. We sometimes do entire practicing calls. Everyone is listening in and giving feedback, or I give my feedback so everyone can learn. So that's what we currently do. You can always book a one-on-one
Nice.
call with me personally. That's very important because there's so many programs out there. You have the founder or the creator all the way on top of the mountain, and you never
Yep.
get to speak to them. You only can speak to the team. So whenever you're stuck, you can always book a call with me. We hop on a Zoom. We figure out what you have going on and how to fix that. And yeah, and then we have, of course,
Nice.
our community. So everything, yeah, is there that
Nice.
you need
And
to
then in
need.
terms of finding jobs, so isn't that like something that you help everyone with, or?
Yeah. So basically, our irresistible offer, so to speak, is that I work
Hmm.
personally with everyone until we get you to the 10K per month. So
Mm.
it's not a timely restricted mentoring program. It's actually that we're working
Ah,
towards an end result as long as it takes.
nice.
Okay. And this, of course, entails that we get you hooked up with someone.
Yeah.
We can get to the 10K per month.
Yeah, that's your yeah. If that's that's the goal of your course, then you need some jobs to do that. So okay.
Right. So I'm in a few masterminds with very smart people. And the biggest problems, Riley, that business owners have that are like a 7 or 8 figure level, and you can talk to all of them that are at that level. They will confirm that it's getting talent,
Hmm.
people,
Yeah.
right? So like in these masterminds, like I help connect basically the people in my network to our best performing closers. So I create
Yeah.
win-win-win relationships. Everyone
Yeah.
wins. I'm not taking a commission, a cut, or anything like that. It's on a goodwill basis. I connect you guys. That's one
Nice.
way. Then the second way, I share with all of my students the exact strategy that I used on how I landed my first opportunity. With recordings on how to talk to these business owners the right way, how to talk to them the wrong way, how to close them basically on working with you. Okay, and also with examples on how other students did that or in the past. So it's pretty much foolproof. And then the third way is within our community itself, we have a lot of people who are absolutely crushing it with big names.
Hmm.
So these big companies and big influencers, they're constantly growing their marketing. So they're getting more and more inbound requests of people who are interested in their
Mm.
offer. And as they're scaling, imagine one of our mentoring is absolutely crushing with them, best performing closer. Where do you think that business owner is going to come when they need more talent, when they
Yeah.
need
Let's
more
get
growth?
another one of Marcus's guys. They're doing great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's basically
Nice.
how it works, and it goes full circle. Everyone is winning, benefiting from that,
Yeah.
and that's how we also are able to offer this, yeah, almost
Nice.
unresistible offer.
Yeah. You're
Nothing
a
would be-
school. You're an online sales, remote sales school, and for a 1 millionth the price of, I don't know, for a fraction of the price of business school.
Oh yeah, I mean, especially you guys in the US or UK or Australia, what you pay for formal education, it's ridiculous, man. It's
Yeah.
ridiculous,
Yep. Yep. Yep.
and it's not going to get you
Nice.
anywhere nowadays, right?
Yeah, and you can be anywhere. Any questions,
Yeah, I
y'all?
hope I could get
Anyway.
you. I could give you some insight here on how it works, and I could close you on the idea of why this is the best thing you could do in the world, which I truly
Yep.
believe.
Yeah.
Especially if you're getting into the game,
Yeah.
communication. You can travel with that skill anywhere. No one can take it away from you. There's no external
Yeah.
party who can influence that, right?
Yep. Yeah, that's why I fucking love telling people about this, because I did corporate sales, and my subscribers are making more than I did door to door, and they're doing it remotely, and that was my whole dream, because I started on YouTube. I saw Johnny FD like you saw me. I was like,
Hmm.
oh, I want that lifestyle, and so happened to get into e-commerce, whatever, because whatever, we all have our own journey. But if I was out starting over, of course I would be doing this if I was. So yeah, that's why I love. Just want to keep telling my tribe about this. And it's obviously super motivating to see my subscribers already crushing it with you. So
Yeah, we have a couple. We have a couple of your subscribers in mentoring already. They're all doing fairly well. Especially Jared, of course. I mean, he was just hitting the accelerator like crazy.
fuck yeah.
So super inspirational, and yeah, it's definitely possible.
Yep. 100%. Awesome. Well, yeah. you guys already know where the links and stuff will. Hit them up on Instagram or Facebook, and then so
Or
you
check
just
out
do like a
YouTube if you
like
want to have a look at the interviews in full length. Just put in the name Marcus Dunk on YouTube. You will find me there. We didn't put it
cool,
on a slide, but it's there.
cool. Awesome. Well, yeah, I will see you on Instagram, and yeah, any questions you guys just put it in the comments or just ask Marcus.
All right, man.
All right.
Peace.